Hello and welcome. My name is TyrionLanstr. Alright folks, I'm really excited to bring something to you today that honestly it's been a little while in the making, but I finally have got my level 3 Dragon Blessing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about, the Dragon Blessing, third page, and also just kind of go over what, all the Dragon Blessing is up until this point. So, if we look at my first wheel, as you can see, I've maxed out almost everything except for this last one. To quickly explain why I haven't finished maxing it, basically when you reach this point, the problem is that most of the time that you spin the wheel, you're going to hit one of the ones you've already maxed out, and that results in you getting like 20 blessings back and like sometimes a little bit of gold back, but like for the most part, like it sucks. It is not worth it. Not worth 100 blessings and 200k gold. You never get that much back. It is always much, much less than that. And it's not like it's going to force you to get the good ones. It just means, you have a chance to get basically squat diddly. So the way I did it was, I actually waited until I had like 4 of them that weren't maxed, and I'm not including these advanced ones, obviously, or they're intermediate. I would love it if I could get those maxed, but they're so rare to get, and it's just not really worth it, in my opinion, to do that. So, I'll come back to that at the very end. If I ever, get through the entire blessing, then sure, then I'll come back and try to max everything. But, I actually stopped when I had, 4 of these left, because at that point, there were more misses than hits, basically. But, sometimes I just accidentally will hit it, and a couple of them were kind of close, so I ended up, winding up where I have only one left, so it's kind of funny. But the second page we'll take a look at, as you can see, none of them are maxed yet, so I'm going to keep doing this. Like, this one is maxed, but if I hit this one, I usually get, 200 blessing stones back, so it's actually good. So I'm going to keep hitting this one until I get a few of them maxed. I think it's still worth it to do the lower level blessings because, as you can see, they're cheaper. So this one is 150 blessing stones and 500k gold. The third one is now 200 blessing stones and 1 million, but the actual stats you get for each one is exactly the same. So for example, here I get 100 dragon defense. On this one, I also get just 100 dragon defense each time. The maxes are the same, so I'm getting the same bonus for cheaper when I do it on a higher page, so it's worth it to do that. Now, I will say that these middle ones are also really interesting. As you can see, I've gotten both of these 2 already, which is great. I haven't gotten the agile reduction. I technically don't have agile yet anyway, so it's not a huge deal to me, but I definitely want that eventually, and it's just something that I probably have to wait a little while for, and just kind of gotta get lucky when you do your lucky spin. On this one, I don't have any of the 3, so that's part of it for me too, is that I really want those middle ones, just because they're so good. And I'd say on this one, adding an extra skill slot is huge. That is a big, big buff for sure. I don't know that this skin has any actual stat bonus to it, but assuming that it does, then great, that's cool. If not, I'm sure it's kind of just a cool aesthetic thing. And then this one is for sure. I mean, that's literally just 10% total attack. That's huge. Total attack is worth so much in this game. It's so important. And just getting a bonus 10% total attack always seems very, very good. So I definitely want to get that one. So there's kind of another incentive for me to do this second tier one. Now, as far as the third tier one goes, again, the outer tier is exactly the same as the first 2 in terms of what these different rewards are, with one exception. Instead of reducing enemy defense, I'm now reducing enemy health. So if you look here, let's look here. So I'm getting reduces enemy infantry defense. This one is reducing enemy infantry health. So there is a difference now. I am reducing health, not defense. Health tends to be better to reduce since it's actually unaffected by the dragons, so definitely worthwhile. But again, not, in my opinion, worth the extra blessing stones and gold to do it. The intermediate ones are the exact same as the first level. It's the whole crit chance thing. The second one was the whole protected chance. So first one was crit, as well. So we're back to crit on this one. And then our medium, our lucky spins, as you can see, the actual blessing stone ones have gone up. Initially it was 200, 500, 1,000, then we doubled them all, or we kind of 1.5 times them, so 300, 750, 1,500. Now we keep 1,500, but we go up to 800 and 400. So, basically 100 up, 50 up, and then no change. So that's not great in the middle. Would have loved to see those continue to go up proportionally, but we also have our 3 special skills. All right, so we've got a new skin for Darkfire. Again, don't know if that comes with stats, but probably just an aesthetic thing. We have an additional skill slot for Moonshadow. That's really exciting. Cannot wait for that. Extra skill slots are everything because they come with so many stats. And then lastly, we have an additional skill slot for Sapphire as well. I will say that this is probably the least interesting of these to me. Well, I guess it's more interesting than if this doesn't come with stats, I don't care. But Sapphire, I'm never going to get maxed, so getting max an extra skill slot doesn't make a whole meaningful difference to me, but definitely the Moonshadow one does, and just like the Darkfire one up here does. Definitely very interesting ones. Last thing I want to talk about with this page is that we actually have a difference down here. This one increases your Darkfire level, and you can get up to 10 more levels out of your Darkfire, which is the first dragon, so you can get the dragon up to level 70, in theory, if you have that maxed. I believe that does come with some increases in the stats, which is definitely very interesting. And if you're someone like me who has just saved up so much meat over time, definitely very excited to start using some of this to raise his maturity up to level 70 in theory, and get the additional stats that I assume come with that. So that's it for the new Dragon Blessings. Definitely excited to have gotten to this 3rd page. Just a huge accomplishment. As you can see, I'm going to need 1,200 for the next one, and then 1,600 for the last. I will do videos once I unlock those and we learn more. But until then, I guess we're just kind of going to be grinding it out until I can get to 1,200. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, my name is TyrionLanstr. I'll see you then.